everyone, welcome to another review, and yes, the movie Tomorrowland. I've been really highly anticipating this movie. This is one of my top 10 highly anticipated films, and I finally got to see it. Yes, unfortunately, I saw Poltergeist before Tomorrowland. Yes, that movie sucked, by the way. Yeah, check my review out for that movie, Poltergeist. God, that movie was terrible. But yes, here's my review for the movie Tomorrowland. Yes, I'm so pumped for this movie. Yes, this movie stars Britt Robertson, George Clooney, Raffey Cassidy, Judy Greer, Tim McGraw, and Hugh, Laurie, and it's directed by the one and only Brad Bird. If you don't know who Brad Bird is, he's actually directed such amazing animated movies like The Iron Giant, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, and his first live-action movie, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Yes, down the best Mission Impossible movie. And yes, I was excited for this new movie Brad Bird was making, Tomorrowland. Yes, he passed down Star Wars to make this movie. Yeah, I don't know if that was a wise decision because, you know, it's fucking Star Wars, but at the same time, I was so curious about this movie, and I saw all these previews, and the previews gave nothing away, and I love that about trailers. Don't give the whole movie away. I want to be shocked. I want to figure this plot out myself when I watch the movie, and honestly, that was very clever of the trailers. Unfortunately, the movie doesn't give you a whole lot of answers. You do know what this movie's about, but at the same time, when this movie is over, you're kind of still, you know, like, there's some questions not answered. Like, I still don't know fully what this movie was all about. Still, you get the gist of the plot, but there's some questions that are not answered. But I'm going to get into that later. I'm just going to talk about if this movie was good or not. Was this movie good? Yes, this movie was great. I wanted to talk about the plot, but since the trailers didn't spoil anything about the plot, I don't want to tell you the story, because that actually will go into deep spoilers, and I don't want to do that, so, yeah, just see the movie for yourself. I'm not going to spoil anything, and, yeah, just go see the movie for yourself. I'm just going to tell you what I liked about it, and what I didn't like about it. There was a lot of things I did like about this movie, and, yeah, this movie is a very mixed rating, like a lot of movies, actually, that are coming out this year, and, yeah, like, it's like a 50%, like, dead center 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, and most of the time, I've been actually disagreeing with the critics. Like, I actually do like a lot of these 50% movies, like Maggie and stuff. And once again, I am not with the critics. I'm with the positive side. I really had a blast with this movie, Tomorrowland. It was a very fun movie. Like, it was just a straight-up fun live-action Disney movie. I actually felt like I was watching a Disney movie. It felt like, you know, like watching the movies like The Sorcerer's Apprentice and The Rocketeer. But yeah, like, yeah, I know The Sorcerer's Apprentice wasn't a good movie, but it was still a fun movie to watch. And it was like watching Tomorrowland. It was just a fun movie. It may not have been as good as Rocketeer, but it was better than The Sorcerer's Apprentice. So, yep, that's saying much, of course. But yet still, I really enjoyed Tomorrowland. The performances were very strong. There was some good acting in this movie. George Clooney plays like one of the lead male in this movie, and he's very good. I enjoyed him. I liked his character. It was actually funny to see George Clooney play like this grumpy old man, but at the same time, he was still pretty charming. Like George Clooney is always charming in his movies, and yeah, he was very charming in this movie, and I did enjoy his performance in this movie. And Britt Robertson, yes, she was terrible in The Longest Ride. Yeah, that movie that came out earlier this year. That movie sucked. She was bad in it, but she was really good in this movie. She was the lead character, and she was a good character. I enjoyed her, and her performance was very strong. But the person who stole this movie was this young little girl who played the character Athena. Her name was Raffey Cassidy. She was great. She was a good little actress, and she was hilarious, and she would probably play the best role in this movie. Oh, the other performances, they were okay. Hugh, Laurie was just but, like, they were all fine. The acting in this movie was strong, but the three main characters, Raffey Cassidy, Britt Robertson, and George Clooney, they were very good. The thing that was good in this movie was actually the action. Yes, there was quite a bit of action in this movie, and the action was really well done. It was exciting, it was visually appealing, it was intense as shit, you didn't know what was happening, and there was actually a lot of cool creatures and robots and stuff, so a lot of sci-fi elements to it, and yeah, it gave the movie a lot more edge, a lot more thrills, and a lot more entertainment, and it was just fun to watch. It was just a lot of fun with the action, the adventure part of the movie, and again, the visuals were really good. They looked very nice. The CG didn't look fake. It looked really good. The special effects team actually knew what they're doing. This is not the special effects team that gave you Green Lantern. This was actually some good effects. There were some practical effects, but there was also some CG, and the CG looked really good. Another thing I liked in this movie was Tomorrowland. The designs of Tomorrowland looked really nice. I love this world of Tomorrowland. It's still mysterious to me because you don't really know much about Tomorrowland, but I still liked it. I love the world of Tomorrowland. I love the designs of Tomorrowland. And that scene with the main girl, Britt Robertson, when she first goes into Tomorrowland, and there's this big tracking shot, basically shows you the whole world of Tomorrowland while she's walking through it. I love that scene. That's actually one of my favorite scenes. It shows you all about this world. It's this really nice tracking shot. It was a very well shot scene, and it gave the movie a lot more atmosphere and explored the world of Tomorrowland, which I really liked. Because honestly, there wasn't enough Tomorrowland. Yes, for a movie called Tomorrowland, there is a Tomorrowland. Like, I expected to see a lot more of this world. Mostly this movie takes place on Earth, which is fine. Just, it's called Tomorrowland. Show a lot more of Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland looks awesome, and Tomorrowland is awesome. But yeah, this movie actually had some sloppy execution when it came to its story. Some of it is due to its writing. Well, actually, a lot of it is due to its writing. The writing wasn't bad, just some of it just was poorly executed at times, and I had a problem with that. The structure was fine. It's just the execution. They just need a little bit of work on it, a little more trimming on that. And yeah, like, as much as Brad Bird is a good director, I don't think he wrote this movie. I think he should have, because he's a good writer as well. He directed the movie very well. Like, it's a well-structuralized film, it's a well-shot film, and it looks nice, visually appealing, very likable, entertaining, fun film. The direction was fine, it just had some script issues. The dialogue was fine, just some of the characters, especially the lead girl, came off as like one-dimensional, because George Clooney's character had a lot of character development, even Athena had character development, but the main girl, Britt Robertson, didn't really have a lot of character development. Luckily, Britt Robertson's performance was good, so at least that counted for something, but you wish she had a little more character development off her character. She is the lead character, and you don't know much about her, so she came off as one-dimensional. Another thing a lot of people have a problem with is actually the third act of this movie. A lot of people are saying the third act of this movie isn't as strong as the first two acts, and I kind of disagree, because at least they actually go to Tomorrowland, and like, the message at the end of this movie is a good message. Yes, they beat you over the head with this message, but it is a strong message, and it does work for the movie, even though this message has been done before in other films. But it just worked for the movie, because at least they're trying to show you something, and they're trying to teach you something. It's not just a mindless, boring movie. It actually tried to teach us something, while also having a good time watching it. And yeah, I did like the third act of this movie. Was it a bit rushed at times? Sure, but I still liked it. I liked the visuals, I liked the action scene. It was pretty intense, and I was into it. And yeah, like I said, I had a lot of fun with this movie. This was just a fun movie. Yes, there were some problems with this movie, some deep problems. Like, there's some script problems, execution problems, character development problems. Most of that did come from the writing, and yeah, I wish the writing was a little bit stronger. And yeah, all in all, this movie was a little disappointing, because I actually thought this would be like my top 10 favorite movie of the year, and this won't. And yeah, this movie probably won't even crack the top 20, but I still had fun with it. Just, I was expecting this big, epic sci-fi film, and it wasn't. It was just a good action sci-fi family movie, and I liked it. It was a good movie. Just, it wasn't this amazing, groundbreaking film, which was kind of disappointing. I still really liked it, and I will recommend it. Just, it's not this big, grand movie. I thought this movie would be like another Rocketeer, or even another Star Wars or something. I thought this movie would be huge, and it wasn't. It was just a good movie, and that's still fine. Like, I like good movies. Like I said, I didn't sit through a shitty movie, and like, that's fine. Like, I just was disappointed. I wanted this movie to be awesome. It just was good, which is fine. And yeah, if you go into this movie just expecting a fun action sci-fi movie, I think you'll get your money's worth. Don't expect another like Star Wars, or don't expect a thought-provoking, smart sci-fi film. This movie actually is a great movie to take the kids. Like, a lot of kids will probably have a lot of fun with this movie. I think a lot of teenagers will have a lot of fun. I think the whole family will have a lot of fun watching this movie, because, like I said, this is just a fun movie. It's not like a mindless action movie. It's just a fun family movie. It does have some good ideas, has some good visuals, some good action, good performances, some decent score, and good costume designs, decent CG, and like, it's just a nice movie. I really like this movie. I don't regret watching this movie. I wanted this movie to be a lot better than it was. It was a good movie. I just wanted this movie to be like an amazing movie. I was expecting like a 9 or 10 out of 10 film, and I didn't get that. So scale of 1 to 10, for me, I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good movie. Check this movie out. I don't agree with the critics fully. It's not like a 50%. I enjoyed it. It's a fun movie. If you're looking for a fun, kick-ass sci-fi action movie, I think you won't be disappointed. Just don't expect this groundbreaking film. But it's still good. Also, before I end this review, I actually want to say this movie's also pretty funny. I didn't mention that in the review, but yeah, this is actually also, there's some really good comedic elements to it. So yeah, a little bit of humor, this movie's got that too. So yeah, it's got some good comedy too. It's a good action, comedy, adventure, mystery, sci-fi film. So yeah, that's a good thing, right? Right? Right. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite Brad Bird movie? Comment below, let me know. My favorite Brad Bird movie is probably The Iron Giant. I love Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, but The Iron Giant is like one of my all-time favorite movies. So yeah, comment below, favorite Brad Bird movie, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.